If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Maya Angelou. Your attitude is more important than your capabilities. Similarly, your decision is more important than your capabilities. Jack Ma. Ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do it. Lou Holtz. Your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. Zig Ziglar. A positive attitude can really make dreams come true. It did for me. David Bailey. Attitude is very important. Because your behavior radiates how you feel. Lou Ferrigno. It is our attitude at the beginning of a difficult task which, more than anything else, will affect its successful outcome. William James. Excellence is not a skill, it's an attitude. Ralph Marston. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude toward what happens to you, and in that, you will be mastering change rather than allowing it to master you. Brian Tracy. Time plays a role in almost every decision. And some decisions define your attitude about time. John Cale. Our attitude toward life determines life's attitude towards us. John N. Mitchell. Happiness is an attitude of mind, born of the simple determination to be happy under all outward circumstances. J. Donald Walters. My attitude is, if someone's going to criticize me, tell me to my face. Simon Cowell. I think it's my adventure, my trip, my journey, and I guess my attitude is, let the chips fall where they may. Leonard Nimoy. Your living is determined not so much by what life brings to you as by the attitude you bring to life, not so much by what happens to you as by the way your mind looks at what happens. Khalil Gibran. Acting is magical. Change your look and your attitude, and you can be anyone. Alicia Witt. People may hear your words, but they feel your attitude. John C. Maxwell. Bad attitudes will ruin your team. Terry Bradshaw. The remarkable thing is, we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. Charles R. Swindoll. People may hear your words, but they feel your attitude. John C. Maxwell. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. Albert Einstein. Great effort springs naturally from great attitude. Pat Riley. There is little difference in people, but that little difference makes a big difference. The little difference is attitude. The big difference is whether it is positive or negative. W. Clement Stone. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop a habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception, it is a prevailing attitude. Colin Pow. If you can't change your fate, change your attitude. Charles Revson. Attitude determines the altitude of life. Edwin Louis Cole. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Winston Churchill. Nothing can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal. Nothing on earth can help the man with the wrong mental attitude. Thomas Jefferson. Our future cannot depend on the government alone. The ultimate solutions lie in the attitudes and the actions of the American people. Joe Biden. A positive attitude causes a chain reaction of positive thoughts, events and outcomes. It is a catalyst and it sparks extraordinary results. Wade Boggs. Having a positive mental attitude is asking how something can be done rather than saying it can't be done. Bo Bennett. The biggest challenge is how to affect public attitudes and make people care. Jim Fowler. The ideal attitude is to be physically loose and mentally tight. Arthur Ashe. Keep a good attitude and do the right thing even when it's hard. When you do that, you are passing the test. And God promises you your marked moments are on their way. Joel Osteen. When you ain't got no money, you gotta get an attitude. Richard Pryor. Character is the result of two things, mental attitude and the way we spend our time. Albert Hubbard. Our attitudes control our lives. Attitudes are a secret power working 24 hours a day, for good or bad. It is of paramount importance that we know how to harness and control this great force. Irving Berlin. Take the attitude of a student: never be too big to ask questions, never know too much to learn something new. Mandino. Our lives are not determined by what happens to us but how we react to what happens, not by what life brings us but the attitude we bring to life. Boggs. Eagles come in all shapes and sizes, but you will recognize them chiefly by their attitudes. F. Schumacher. The remarkable thing is, we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. Charles R. Swindoll. Individuals need to be willing to face truth about their attitudes, behaviors, even what we want out of life. Joyce Meyer. If you have a positive attitude and constantly strive to give your best effort, eventually you will overcome your immediate problems and find you are ready for greater challenges. Pat Riley. Civilization is a method of living, an attitude of equal respect for all men. Jane Addams. I've always had a work hard, play hard attitude to life. I still do, but sometimes you get involved in something that needs a calm, methodical approach. Damian Lewis. I believe if you keep your faith, you keep your trust, you keep the right attitude, if you're grateful, you'll see God open up new doors. Joel Osteen.